31024.
Copy. So I'll take the southern.
Three hits there.
Copy.
Estimate at front south.
Push it up. 4, check to 360. Okay, heads up 4, watch out so you don't shoot through me. 15 miles. Box from 1. Box from 2. 2 had to take the western man. Western man.
Check low.
Cali 1, nose. Box from 3. Flash 1. Second box from 2. Okay, splash 1 from 1. Second box from 3. 2, reference north.
Merged.
2, second splash. Copy 2, reference north. Splash southern.
On another occasion, F-15s from the same wing engage 2 MiG-25s, and one explodes in the pilot's field of view. Again, the engagement as recorded from the U.S. fighter.
2, 3 or 4 out, 210.
At east 5.
Bingo fuel.
5.
Bingo fuel.
One off your nose, 1.
Bingo fuel. Bingo fuel.
Okay, is anybody in burners? Affirm. Everybody out of burner.
Reach. 6, 5 miles.
3, 4, let's push it up. Come. Box.
2, threat, southeast 5.
It's a good team running southwest, 501.
3, threat.
Splash coming out westbound.
Coalition air forces quickly proved their air superiority, but the battlefield was deceptively large, and control of the skies had to be maintained.
You know, if you look at Kuwait, the battlefield looks pretty small, but in reality, we had to provide air defense across the whole northern tier of Saudi Arabia. So that went for a distance from, say, about Boston to Omaha, Nebraska. And if you look at the distances we ranged the battlefield, we had our air pulled back so it wouldn't be subject to Scud attack for the most part. And so forces that were stationed in the south to get to Baghdad, for example, had to travel the same distance as you would from, say, Brownsville, Texas, up to the Minnesota border with Canada. So it was a big area.
F-15 pilots continued to patrol the skies. Long-endurance patrol flights, sometimes 9 to 10 hours, which included up to 4 aerial refuelings, became the norm for the F-15 pilots. One of their missions came to be called Mig Sweeps. An Air Force cameraman went along on one of these flights, which started late one afternoon and ended in darkness early the next morning.
Can we go?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, I'm Captain Drummond, captain in the 27th Fighter Squadron. Flying F-15s over Iraq. We're based in Dhahran. We've been here since the 8th of April, 8th of August. That's when we deployed out of Langley and we arrived on the 9th. And we've been flying primarily defensive counter-air missions over Saudi Arabia all of 1990. When the war broke out on the 17th of January, our mission changed significantly. Since that time, we've basically had a threefold mission. Obviously, still maintaining the defensive counter-air to protect the high-value assets, the AWACS and the tankers, the rivet joints, the jammers. Additionally, we have OCA pre-strike sweep and escort missions where we're tied with a package. Primarily the packages that can't support themselves, like the F-111s, F-4Gs, EF-111s. Additionally, several F-16 packages where we escort in front, sweep for MiGs, set up caps, and cover the regress, and then protect them on the way back. And the third leg of our mission is what we did today. Today has been a MiG sweep. We've taken off, gone to the central region of Saudi Arabia. And we're going to a turn right here. We take our gas, and we're basically tied to nobody. We go straight up into Iraq and sweep the airfields, utilizing minimum communication so as to not reveal our position, and sweep for any fighter activity or helicopter activity for that matter. That is Khalil Airfield. The hills and then going into the mountains is the border of Iran. So we're just skirting right along it. The real name of that is Numania or something like that. It's pretty Iraqish. Oh, those are parachute flares. That's what they are. They're dropping. Those are parachute flares from like an A-10 or somebody. They're illuminating the ground so that they can see what they're going to now go in and target. It's pretty cool. They may be in there strafing with their guns. It's a shame you can't go on an escort mission because then you're guaranteed to see fireworks. That's what they ought to try to work for next time.
Several hours after takeoff, the MiG sweep ends, and it's back to the base. But where this mission leaves off, many others follow to maintain control of Iraqi skies. The threat from Iraq's Air Force diminished. MiG-29s and other fighters fled across the border to Iran in what some suggested was a desperate attempt by Saddam Hussein to save the best of his Air Force for future battles. Still, anti-aircraft batteries and surface-to-air missiles continued to target attacking coalition aircraft. But the stealth fighters continued to deliver deadly blows night after night. While it's called a fighter, it's really a light bomber. A whole new class of weapons was used for the first time in a full-fledged war by the U.S. forces. Laser-guided bombs, including one most predominantly delivered by stealth fighters, the GBU-27, with 2,000 pounds of explosive power. Put simply, the pilot, usually at night using infrared sighting devices, pinpoints a target in the crosshairs and shoots a laser beam at the target. The laser stays pointed on the target even as the airplane continues to move. When the aircraft has maneuvered to within the release envelope for the bomb, it's dropped. The bomb's sensors hone in on the laser spot, and fins on the bomb move to direct its path to the designated spot. The system worked with uncanny accuracy. For TV viewers watching the news of the war at home,